Hey guys, it's Carolina here from KarolinasKrafts and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to share with you guys something I made using up just some like random sheets from my stash. Okay, they're not that random, they're Christmas themed. And I have a lot of like those 25 pack single sheets of like that same exact sheet in my stash. So I mixed and matched a bunch that I felt went together. So this is the Jingle All the Way collection that I used from My Mind's Eye. So I used some sheets from that. So that's from there. And then this one. Then I also used some sheets from the Holly Jolly collection, also by My Mind's Eye. So those are from there. This one also. And then also the Merry and Bright, also by My Mind's Eye. So, and then this is textured cardstock I also used. That's Simple Stories. So I mixed and matched a bunch of things, you guys, but I have a ton of those single sheets of paper, like those large packs. I never really get a chance to use them, so I wanted to share with you guys a project using them. Like I needed to get something done, and this was the easiest way for me to get for me to use double-sided paper, because for this project I needed to use double-sided paper, but also for me to make multiples of the same like project or similar, very similar. I mean, I could have done it with single sheets, but then all the backs like with single like paper pads, which is what I was thinking at first, but then all the backs would have been white, and I didn't want that. I wanted double-sided paper. And so I was very limited in terms of what I have for double-sided paper pads. Like it's normally die cuts with a view that I would use, but I don't even know where you could find die cuts with a view anymore. So all the Michaels paper pads are like single-sided, so I didn't want to use that, even though I have a ton of those. But we'll have to figure out a project for those also. But anyway, so let me share with you guys what I made with all those like random single sheets. And yeah, I could make more of these because I have more of all of these sheets, with the exception of that textured one. But all of these, I have like multiples and multiples and multiples of these. But I would just have to figure out like another cover sheet for my project, because that Simple Stories paper is on the fronts of all of these. So I was able to make 6 more gingerbread journals that are now available in my Etsy shop at the time of you guys seeing this video. They are now all available. The last ones I made flew off the shelf. Same thing happened last year. They all flew off the shelf. I knew I wanted to make more this year, and so I'm doing it whenever I can. I'm making more. So I'm going to share with you guys all of the insides of these. They are all the same but different. So all the same papers, pattern papers, solids, everything, but the embellishments and like the cut aparts are different. So I'm going to go through that real quick. And yeah, let's get started in this video. And I'm sorry if you guys hear the birds chirping in the background. That is just the ring telling me that there's emotion outside. All right, so before I even get started on what they look like on the inside, I used this gingerbread die set from Scrap Diva Designs. It is her Bakery House gift box die set. I'm gonna link this down below. That is what I used to make this. It is like, I love it. I love it so much. It's like one of my favorite things to make, especially for Christmas with this die set. But all I do is cut out that shape, and then I just cut off the bottom because that's like a foldable piece for the gift box. So I just cut off the bottom, super duper easy. And then I just use the layering pieces. You get this piece, and then you also have, hold on. There's my little sheet of what I include in each of these journals, just so I know. And then I also cut out the bakery part, the little window, the little gingerbread, and the little, the door as well. So you get all of those pieces in this die set. So you guys, if you want to get one, you can make your own. It is actually now back in stock at the point of me filming this video as well. It was sold out. It is back again. So definitely get it while you can, while it's back, because I'm sure it's gonna sell out again. Like, I just keep sharing all these projects and then they just keep disappearing. I mean, maybe it's not just me. I'm sure other people are sharing the projects too. I don't know, but I definitely love this die set. Okay, I just closed the door, so maybe you'll hear less of the motion detection little bird charm chirp thing. Anyway, so I use that. Then inside this album, there's a part where I also used this die set from Scrap Diva Designs. This is her Love Bundle nesting set. I love this because it's just like a bunch of like frames, or you could use them, I guess, as like little doilies on the outside, but they're like essentially like frames, and you also get the inner layering piece, that little circle. So you have 3 different sizes here. So I used the middle size for these albums, and then I also used her 3x3 inch envelope with the liner. I cut out the envelope piece. I didn't use the liner piece, but I did use just the envelope piece, which looks like this here. So that outer layer right there. So I used those 3 dies to make this album. Like I said, this is just the one for the outside and all the page sizes, I guess, too. And then I used a couple of embellishments or elements on the inside that I also added as pages. So I used all those 3. I'm going to have them linked down below. And of course, if you guys get anything from Scrap Diva Designs, you guys can use the code Carolina for 10% off your order. But definitely get that one. That's like a must-have, Christmas must-have. And you know what? These are so easy to make. They would be perfect for craft fairs as well. Maybe don't add as many goodies as I'm adding if you're doing it for a craft fair, but you know, I'm adding in a lot of stuff, or I feel like I'm adding in a lot of stuff. Okay, so this is what they look like. You have the green front on all of them. You have a bakery and like a rose gold with a red background. You have glitter bows on these with a gold center that I put on there. And you've got a little charm hanging, which is off of a paper clip. And then this is the back side on all of these. This is actually just a plaid that I had in my stash, but there is blues in here, so I felt like it went. And it was a great way for me to use up some of that blue plaid that I never really know how to use otherwise, because I don't have a lot of blue Christmas themed paper. Okay, so you open it up and it looks like this. I did supplement a little bit with some plaids from my stash. Here we've got like the solid. I had a bunch of solids I found in my stash also, so that was great, like from like solid paper pads that I have. And again, with these, just like I did this year with the last ones, this is my favorite gingerbread cookie recipe. I forgot how many years ago at this point that I made it. I want to say it was probably like 12 or so years ago. It was a recipe from somebody else that I have altered over time. And so I gave you guys the altered version that I just absolutely love. And you guys need to try these cookies. If you guys get these journals, definitely give that recipe a try. They are like soft, chewy gingerbread cookie. Oh my gosh, they're amazing. So definitely give that a try. I like typed it all up. I made it all pretty so I could include it in here. And that's where that paper clip is with the little charm. So we've got a little candy cane and a little bell as well. The back side of this, so some of these papers are like two-toned. This side is more green and this side is more blue. Then this is where I used the little Love Bundle nesting set, those little frames right here. That's where I used that here. I just attached it on some acetate and it's just like a nice little page in here. So I thought that was super duper fun. And again, we have a layering piece so with some of my plaid papers from my stash. And then you could journal on the back with like white, or you could just add another photo to that. You've got this page. I just love these so much. I love these journals. Then you have a craft page. You got this one. Different shades of green throughout for Christmas. Here is a little embellishment. This one says Santa, I Can Explain. So you could put this anywhere. Like if you put it here and you have a photo back here, maybe somebody's opening up a Christmas present early or something. I don't know. And then here that is paper clipped because this is a flip out page. So it looks like that. So not only does the paper clip hold the little embellishment, but it also keeps that page closed. And then here you've got more of the pattern paper. This is a shimmer cardstock from my stash, which is from Michael's. I just don't think they have this available anymore. I keep trying to search for it, and I only see it in like the bulk pack. I don't see it in the single pack, so I'm not sure. You got this page. Here is where I made the little envelope. Again, I attached it on some acetate. And then inside that little envelope, we've got a cut apart and another little like ephemera piece that you can put anywhere in this album. Like you could put this up here and then have your photo or do some journaling, like whatever you want. You've got a little Christmas tree that I made, and then a cut apart from my stash that I found. Like, so I found a bunch of like random Christmas cut aparts from different collections, and I just threw in what I felt matched. And then get this embellishment piece back in there. All right, and then this is another shimmer piece. So the pink shimmer is interesting because the pink shimmer is shimmer on both sides, which I love. But the white shimmer from Michael's is only shimmer on one side and the back side is white. But anyway, then we have this. I love the double-sided pattern papers, but I'm gonna need a way to use up my single-sided pattern papers too. So I don't know, maybe some junk journals or something. Here we have a little reindeer paper clip. And so that is holding this little ephemera piece that says the most wonderful time of the year. This is a flip out page as well. And that just kind of goes back here, and then your little ephemera piece. And again, you could put this anywhere you want. You don't have to keep that there. The paper clips are mainly to keep like the pages closed, even though you don't need it. You don't need to keep them closed, but they're cute because, I mean, I guess mainly they're a decoration because you don't even need them. So they're just a decoration peeking out from the journals. But you could use them as actual paper clips, obviously. Then here we have the red cardstock, and here I added in some other goodies. So I have these tags in my stash. So each one of these has a little Christmas tree tag. And then you also have this little list where you're making a list. You can have your kids like write down their wish list or something and mail it to Santa. And you can then, you know, have it in here and, you know, keep it as like a keepsake of what they wished for this year. And this is also great for a December daily because you have, let me see, you have 15 sheets of pattern paper and then eight pieces of solids, which is now 23. But you also have the folded solids, so 4 more of those, so you're at 27 now. But those fold out. And that's individual sheets if you're using front and back, but technically each page is double-sided, so you could use front and back. So you just have a lot of pages in here. If you would like to use this as a December daily, you know, you could always add a photo to one side, journal on the other side, add a photo, journal, or, you know, if you add a photo here, or actually I would probably add a photo, journal, and then add a photo here, and then journal maybe on this side for that photo, so that each page is another. But you can do 2 pages as well, especially like the flip out pages. That could be like one whole section here. So you just have so many options, but it works great as a December daily as well. So, okay, next page here, we have a side pocket here. So these are some more little things that I found in my stash, which was great that I could just use in here because those were little. And then a larger tag that I die cut out. That's using a tag die set from my stash. I'll link it on Amazon because that's where I got it. No, I think I got mine off of AliExpress, but I'll link one on Amazon because they have the same one. Then here is like another, just like a solid page. It's like a 2-toned. And you can see there's some blues in here. So this says thanks. And we have another little cut apart. And then again, this flips open as well for additional journaling space. Okay, so I'm just gonna put these in here. And again, these could go wherever you want. You could even add this to like a little present or something. It doesn't have to be used in here, but I was just using up kind of like what I had in my stash. Oh my goodness, and now my light is dying. Okay, next pages, and then here we've got another little cut apart. This one just says joy, and again, this is a flip out page. So you just have all that extra journal space in here, and I'm gonna go through some of the other ones real quick as well, just so you guys could see the different elements. But yeah, I love how these turn out. They're so cute. A little chunky. They're a little less chunky once you take out like this piece, for example, and if you were to take out possibly the little list, but I would kind of keep that in there. I like that in there. But what you can do with the list, especially if you have a cinch, and maybe that's something I'll do next time, you can punch holes on this list. Or maybe it's a little too tall. I'm not that too tall. And then you would fold this like this way or whatever, I guess into 3 instead of 4 at that point. And you could still paper clip it. You could attach it to your cinch binding, like have it hanging off sideways that way. But then you can't really give it to your kids to mail. So I guess in the pocket, it makes sense. You'd have to attach this to the binding yourself if you would want it there. But anyway, so there's that one. And again, this is all listed as one listing in my shop. So you don't know which one you're going to get. It's just, you're going to get one of these. They're all the same layout. They all have the same pattern pages, the same solid pages and everything. It's just the cut aparts and stuff that are different. So this one has another Santa I can explain. Some are the same. Different cut apart in here and different embellishment in here as well. But all Christmassy themed. Different embellishment there. These are all the same. Different little like cut aparts in here. Different of these, like the other one said thanks, this one says Merry Christmas. So you don't know, but the other one here had a cut apart and this one has like a little journal card. It doesn't say anything else on it. And then here's another different cut apart. So there's that one. I'm not going to flip through all of these because these are literally all the same with the exception of the cut apart. So this one says hot cocoa, a hug in a mug. Okay, you've got this one. This one says Santa Claus, and then a different cut apart there. This one has these. Actually, it doesn't even make sense for me to show them all to you, but there you have an example of like 3 different ones of what they can look like. But yeah, they are all available in my Etsy shop. You got a little elf here, so cute. They're all available in my Etsy shop. So you guys can go ahead and get your journals. I'm glad I was able to make more. And if these sell out again, I'll probably make even more. I just got to figure out what paper. Maybe I'll use the same paper. It'll just be like different covers at that point, but I might use the same paper because this is a great way for me to use up some of those single sheets. And I really like how these ones turned out in particular. I might not have the same solids, like those 2-tone solids like this one. I have to see what else I have in my stash, but we're just using my stash, and that's the beauty of crafting. They're never the same. Like they're never 100% the same. So every project is a little different. So if you like it, you get it. Okay, so that is all, you guys. Again, check out Scrap Diva Designs so you guys can go ahead and get your die sets as well, especially the Bakery House gift box. It should be back, or it is back at the time of me filming this video, because I'm posting this once it was back, so you guys can also get it. I didn't want to post it and then you guys like not be able to get it. I wanted to post this video once you guys could get it. So, all right, so stay tuned, or not stay tuned, but well, stay tuned for more crafty projects, and I will see you guys in my next crafty video. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.